Hello, I am Sam the Statman, coming at you with another video. Today I'm going to be ranking every player from the 1964, 1966, 1967, and 1968 Hall of Fame classes from worst to best. The reason I'm doing these 4 Hall of Fame classes is because in 1963 and 1965, no players were elected by the BBWAA. In 1964, 1966, 1967, and 1968, one player was elected by the BBWAA each of those years, so I just decided to combine all of these years, treat all these players as if they came from one Hall of Fame class, and rank them from worst to best. So while it may seem like this is going to be like a really long video, because it's like 4 Hall of Fame classes, just 4 players, so not really. And yeah, that's all I have to say, so without further ado, let's get into it. Number 4, the worst player from this Hall of Fame class is toward the lower half of Hall of Famers, but not like way down there. It's Joe Medwick. In his career, Joe Medwick batted .324, .362, .505 with a 134 OPS plus. He had 2,471 hits, 205 homers, and 54.3 WAR. In his career, he won an MVP, a Triple Crown, was a 10-time All-Star, and won a batting title. Like I said, probably toward the lower half of Hall of Famers, like the worst half of Hall of Famers. But like he's not like way down there. He's not in the bottom 10% or anything. He was a good player, but it's hard for me to say he doesn't belong in the Hall of Fame because he did play for the Cardinals, and as you probably know, the Cardinals are my favorite team. I'm even wearing a jersey now. But he might belong in the Hall of Fame, but it's really close. He's towards the lower end of people who should be in the Hall of Fame, but not toward the lower end of all Hall of Fame. Like he's not like the worst Hall of Famer ever. He's just toward the lower half of Hall of Famers, if that makes any sense. But yeah, that's all I have to say about Joe Medwick, so now let's go into the top 3. Number 3 is Red Ruffin. In his career, Red Ruffin batted went 273 and 225 with a 3.80 ERA and a 109 ERA plus. In 4,344 innings pitched, he struck out 1,987 batters. He had a 1.341 WHIP and 68.6 WAR. In his career, he was a 6-time All-Star. He probably deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. He's like just around at the halfway point of Hall of Famers, in my opinion. Somewhere around there. Like, let's say Joe Medwick is in like the bottom 40%. He might be in like the bottom 50% or top 50%, either way you want to think about it. But he's definitely better than Joe Medwick. Number 2 is Luke Kaplan. In his career, Luke Kaplan batted .310, .399, .398 with a 113 OPS plus. He had 2,749 hits, 45 homers, 179 stolen bases, pretty good defense, and 77.1 WAR. In his career, he was a 7-time All-Star, and he won 2 batting titles. I like the player that Luke Kaplan was, like the type of player that he was, the type of player that's like not great power, as you can probably tell, but like good on base skills, pretty fast, and like stole a lot of bases and had good defense, sort of like Ozzie Smith, almost like the same type of player. He even played shortstop, which was Ozzie Smith's position. So sort of like Ozzie Smith in that way, that just like the same type of player. I mean, I don't want to like just say he's the worst version of Ozzie Smith, because I think that wouldn't really do him justice. He was a fantastic player. But that's the player who I can compare him to most easily. But he deserves to be recognized in his own right. He was a fantastic player, and he shouldn't just be like thought of as the worst version of Ozzie Smith. He should be thought of as a great player. And number 1 is, without a doubt, Ted Williams. If you knew these 4 players coming into this video, you would know that Ted Williams was going to be number 1. Listen to these stats. In his career, Ted Williams batted, get ready, .344, .482, .634 with a 191 OPS plus. He had 2,654 hits, 521 homers, and 121.9 WAR. In his career, he won 2 MVP awards, 2 Triple Crowns, was a 19-time All-Star and won 6 batting titles. There's really no doubt who is the best on this list and one of the best of all time. It's Ted Williams. I mean, and the crazy thing is, Ted Williams did all of that while missing lots of time to the war. And he was an excellent fighter pilot. I think that was... I know he was a pilot in the war, and he was excellent at that as well. He was maybe the greatest pilot in the war ever, maybe. And it's just amazing how he was maybe the greatest hitter ever and the greatest fighter pilot ever. There's not much I can say about Ted Williams other than he was just like a fantastic player, and he's one of the greatest players of all time. And that's just the fact. Like, that is just, I mean, like, I don't know what to say, but he was just so good and so amazing that if I didn't put him at number 1, I can't imagine how mad you guys would get me. You'd be like, has he gone crazy? Because that's how good Ted Williams was. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next video. Stay safe. Bye!